Welcome back to another YouTube video, my loves. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Stef and I'm the Psychic Soul Empowerment Coach for spiritual men and women who want to reach their potential in life, fulfill their purposes successfully, and manifest their big soul desires. That's how I help people. Now, I support my clients in being able to do these things by assisting them with very deep levels of shadow work, also known as inner healing, inner work, inner child healing work. That's how I help my clients, because what we fail to realize is that we have a lot of unconscious limiting beliefs, traumas, insecurities that actually affect our ability to show up in life in the way in which we need to or are required to in order to go about fulfilling our potential, fulfilling our purposes, and manifesting what we want in life. So as we do that inner work, we then change how we operate in the world, how we show up, the energy we radiate, and as a result, we get different results, okay? So that's how I help my clients. Now here on my YouTube channel, I do videos on the topics of mindset, manifestation, healing, spirituality, spiritual entrepreneurship, spiritual activism, weekly energy readings or monthly energy readings, and my personal experiences, and just anything else I feel like talking about here on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in these topics and you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell little notification button, change your settings to all so that you're always notified of when I upload videos, because I just upload whenever. And I typically try to upload the weekly energy readings or monthly energy readings on Sundays or Mondays of that week. So yeah, that's the one I'm committing to for sure. And so before we get into today's weekly energy reading, which I'm super excited to talk about because I have so many things I have to say on it, first I want to do some announcements, okay? I will include timestamps in the comments of this video below. My hair is getting in my way today. I have no idea what's going on. But I will include timestamps in the comments of this video below so that you can skip past the announcements if you want to and go straight into the reading. It's up to you, but I would really love it if you could stick around for the announcements because I have lots of new amazing things I want to share. So announcement number one is that if you are in my Awoke community, so I have a community called Soul Aligned Leaders, and that's hosted on the Awoke platform. All relevant links that I mentioned today will be in the comments of this video. And if you don't know what Awoke is, I'll put a card up here so you can watch the video where I explain that a bit more. But yeah, if you're in Soul Aligned Leaders on Awoke, I need you to know that, remember, I shared in one of my emails, hopefully you read it, that I'm going to be inviting guest speakers, guest people to come in every month and support the group with certain things that I channel on, right? To help you all achieve your goals and intentions for 2022, because the purpose of Soul Aligned Leaders on Awoke is to help you to make things happen in 2022 and to hold you accountable to that. And that's why we have monthly group calls that are totally free. So if this is something that interests you, come and join us on Awoke. But in March, we're going to have someone come in a couple times in March, just like with Brittany in February. And this person is going to support me in bringing forward, and the group, in bringing forward teachings and things relative to leadership, okay? Because Soul Aligned Leaders is about showing up as a powerful leader in your life, fulfilling your purpose, making things happen. And so we're going to be talking extensively about leadership in Soul Aligned Leaders in March, okay? So please make sure to check the events section in the group. We're actually going to create the events in the main Awoke group for everyone to be able to participate, but we're going to have extra activities that we do at some point, either with the main group or within our own private group there. And so do not miss out on those classes that we're going to be bringing forward and workshops, because it's going to be really, really beneficial to you, to support you with your journey of stepping more powerfully into your leadership role. Okay, I'm really excited about those things, and I cannot wait to see how it all unfolds. Okay, so that's announcement number one. Announcement number two is that if you are in my Facebook community, we've been having an amazing time reviewing affirmations the last couple of weeks of February, right? We did some affirmations to help support you with your journey and see what they brought up for you. I actually, said I would take some of those affirmations and put them on a sticky note in my mirror, so that I could be reminded of things. And one of the affirmations I wrote is, I always make it a habit to say a few nice things to myself every day. And I had to write that down to remind myself, like, every day, say nice things to yourself, at least a few things. And then gradually you can build up on that habit, right? So my community on Facebook, okay, if you don't want to join Awoke because it's a different platform, I do have a community on Facebook if you're on Facebook, And we do awesome things like this, like affirmations to help you with your journey and help you create greater self-awareness so you can work through that and to start implementing certain habits that are beneficial to you, right? That group on Facebook is all about your own personal development and helping you to shift your way of thinking, your way of being, and starting to feel better about yourself, okay? Whereas my group on Awoke is about getting things done. It's also about that personal development for sure, but it's also about, showing up much more powerfully so that you actually manifest things and get things done. So come and join me in those groups if you like, because I haven't yet channeled on what we're going to do in March, but I have no doubt that we're going to do some fun things that are going to be super supportive of you, just like those affirmations were in February, okay? Cool. Announcement number 3 real quick, and I think that's it for today, is if you have not yet heard about my support group. I started the support group because I was inspired by a friend who passed in January, and I just feel like our journey sometimes with being spiritual people or spiritual leaders can be tough sometimes. It can take an emotional, mental, spiritual toll on us. And so I decided to create this free support group to really help people through that process, to have a safe space to be heard, to be seen, to be uplifted, to be held, to be supported, encouraged. And so I have this free group. If this is the first time of you hearing about it, I just wanted to put it out there and remind everyone that there is a safe space, and we're going to start having our monthly meetings in March. So around the 15th of March, okay? I have to look at my calendar and set a date, and I'll send an email out soon. I haven't yet sent out the welcome email, so if you've already subscribed to that support group, awesome. I'm glad that you have joined us. I was very happy to see that it's been well received by so many people, and that so many people have decided to be a part of the support group already. And we're going to have our first meeting in March, and I will send a welcome email out soon, and then an email stating the specific date and time once I have a good look at my calendar for March, okay? But yeah, please don't forget about that. Please make sure that if you're subscribed to any of my email lists, because they all have different purposes for different things, but if you're subscribed to any of my email lists, please save my email as a contact in your address book or whatever your contacts list is on your email thing. That way my emails don't go to spam. And you always see them, and you always benefit from all the things I have to share with you. Okay, awesome. I think that's it for my announcements. Thank you so much for your time and your patience listening through all these things. And now let's get into the March 22 energy reading, okay? So listen, I am really excited about this energy reading because I started channeling it, I started writing it out, and at first I was like, what? Okay, well, whatever, I'm gonna go with it, I'm just gonna trust and just put it out there to the people. But right before I got on to do this video, I actually was like, hold up a second, let me pull out my journal where I have written out the 2022 yearly reading, okay? If this is your first time hearing about my yearly reading, this is a paid offer, and it tells you month by month by month what to expect from the energy, how the energy is going to be supporting you, like what it's going to be bringing up, potential challenges you may face as a result of what the energy is bringing up, how to navigate those challenges, how to use the experience that month, the things that come up, and then facing them, etc., to actually achieve certain like blessings or strengths in that month, and any additional messages, right? That's how the yearly reading is broken down month by month by month, right? Focus, potential challenges, blessings or strengths, and additional messages. And so I decided to look into the March 22 yearly reading, right? So as I'm rereading it, because I go back and reread like every month, at least like once or twice or 3 times in that month. And so I went back and reread it, and I just was blown away, because one of the things that the March energy reading talked about was stepping into your leadership role much more powerfully. And I just think it's crazy because yesterday when I channeled for the guest expert for my group on Awoke, I got that we needed to speak on leadership and why it was important and what we need to, talk about, etc. And I just thought it was crazy, because part of the reason that we're being asked to speak on leadership is to support others in stepping more powerfully into their leadership role so they can show up much more powerfully. And it just coincides perfectly with the changes that are happening on Awoke in March. And I just think it's all crazy. Like, I'm really excited, like how it all is connected. And that's one thing. But then the other reason that I'm really like psyched to do this reading today with all of you is because when I went back and reread my reading, and this is stuff that I channeled back in December 2021. Okay, I channeled this months ago, and I'm like visiting it right now to just compare with what I've recently channeled for this month. And anyway, so I get to this part, and the part that I get to, I wrote down a note saying something like, hold on. It says here, I get the feeling that we're going to cruise through January and February more or less, and that when March hits, it's go time. But like we hit a bit of a wall and have to boss up and make some major changes, right? And this stuff about hitting a wall, I don't remember this, okay? I don't remember. It's been months. But this is what I talked about right now in my energy reading that I'm channeling for this month. Like, it's just crazy. It blows my mind. I love when these things happen, and I just wanted to share that. But here you go. Here is the March 2022 energy reading, okay? The energy of March is going to feel sporadic for many, okay? There will be bursts of energy that have you going all in, that push you to start doing a lot of things, to move forward. And then those bursts of energy will often feel like they're followed by a lack of energy, by having the brakes suddenly be stepped on for you, by coming to a total halt, okay? And this can feel uncomfortable or even uncertain to many people who experience this, right? Because it's kind of like, oh, I'm super excited. And it's like, wait, what happened? Where'd it go? Come back, Mojo, where are you, right? I've had those moments in my own journey. And so, yeah, it can feel uncomfortable or uncertain for many because it can feel like a kind of limbo. And you're just like, what in the world am I doing? Where do I go? Like, is this even right? Like, it can send you into a spiral, people. I speak from experience. Now, the reason that the energy may come off this way is to show you where you're out of alignment, okay? So the purpose of feeling this discomfort that you feel is to show you where you're out of alignment. So when you feel like you have hit walls, it's because there's something there that you must address in order to keep going, okay? So I got an image of someone being given an opportunity, like a singer, right? A singer being given an opportunity to sing in some place that they've always wanted to sing at, a small venue or whatever, or even a bigger venue, it doesn't matter. But a singer being given this opportunity to sing in this place and fulfill their dream, right? Manifest something that they've been wanting to manifest, and they're really excited about it, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe I get to do this. This is so amazing. I've been waiting for this for so long. Like, I'm so excited. And then all of a sudden they think about all the people that are going to be there watching them live. And then that might start to psych them out. And then all of a sudden, all that excitement that they felt, boom, gone out the window. Like, they're just like drenched in anxiety and fear. Right? And so they hit a wall, right? But why is it that they're hitting that wall and all of the excitement went away? It's because they are being shown where they're out of alignment with what they want. Because what they want to be is a performer on stage, bringing joy to people's lives through their art, through their music, right? And getting to do what they love, what they've been put on this earth to do and to bless people with. However, even though that's their dream and that's their desire that's calling them forward, they're out of alignment with fulfilling that. Why? Because first they need to address that wall. And what is that wall? It's the fear about people judging them. It's the fear of, making a mistake or looking like failing, or what is it? Like a fool. Like all of those things, right? And that's what they need to address. And when they take the time to address that wall, then it goes away and they can keep moving forward, fulfilling their purpose, right? So this is the same kind of thing for all of you, is when you find these walls that show up for you potentially in March, okay? Everyone's going to be different. I'm not trying to subliminally program no one with nothing, okay? Just see what shows up for you. And if it shows up, hey, that might be what you got to work through, right? But if you come up against these walls, like, that's showing you your misalignment. And then you have to work through that in order to move forward with your journey, with your process, okay? And so the message that I got is, don't despair when you feel these walls show up for you. Or don't despair when you feel like that lack of energy, befall you. I was like, who uses befall? Only spirit guides. Sometimes I use words that are like ancient English, and I'm like, I would never speak this way. It must be a spirit guide. But yeah, you know, if you feel a lack of energy or momentum come over you, like, don't despair, don't freak out about it, don't go spiraling. Do your best to not spiral. But just recognize that it's part of the process of showing you that you cannot continue to truly move forward towards your desires if you continue to hold this misalignment within you. Okay? And so what they said is, like, what better, I don't know if I wrote this right, so excuse it, my writing, if I made a mistake here with my grammar, but I wrote, what a better way for misalignment to be shown to you than an actual tangible or noticeable change that you can recognize. It's showing you what you must shift to advance and get into the flow again. And I also got an image of like a stick shift car, you know, like you're changing the gears. And if you don't know how to change the gears properly, then you're just like moving the car like like this. Who's been there? And so this might feel like you're trying to go, but then you're like coming against these walls, and don't push against these things, okay? So if you feel the lack of energy or momentum, or you feel like you come against the wall, like, don't necessarily like push through the wall. Investigate what that wall is about, and then use that to your advantage. Process that, because that's showing you like, oh, I can actually notice that something majorly shifted inside of me. The energy's not there, the inspiration's not there, the motivation's not there. Like, it's something maybe not necessarily tangible, but you can feel it strongly inside of you, and that's tangible enough. And because you can feel it, then that, just be curious about it and be like, okay, so what is this about? And when you investigate and you process, you get that wall out the way, then you're able to move forward. And so it's like the stick shift car, like, instead of you like going back and forth and struggling like that because you can't change the gears, right? You're choosing to change gears by using this stuff to your advantage, and so you're able to change your gears much more smoothly to then keep cruising along the journey. I hope that made sense, because I'm doing my best here. You know what I mean? All right, so this is the March energy reading for 2022. I really hope that has helped you. Let me know how this spoke to you today in the comments below. If this spoke to you, please give this a thumbs up or like. Hopefully hear from YouTube, because you know it helps the algorithm when people like my stuff and comment on my stuff on actual YouTube. But I still appreciate it wherever you do your thing in other platforms. But I would prefer it if you did it on YouTube. But anyway, I really hope that this has helped you. Let me know how this spoke to you today, resonated with you today in the comments below. And I'm going to pull some cards to see if we can get some additional messages. So is there anything else we need to know today for everyone's highest good in regards to the March 22 energy reading? So before hold on a second. Lots of cards fell out. Okay, so these cards fell out face down. And then this one, face up. I could see them. And this was face down. Ooh, okay. So these ones are the ones that fell face up. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Okay, first of all, we got Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Do you see how long my nails are? They have grown so long, like it's a world record. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Your safe angel, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. All right, listen. Again, no spiraling this month when you hit any potential walls or things don't move forward in general. Like, it may not even be necessarily like shifts in your energy. It may look like even projects are moving forward quickly, and then all of a sudden the project like stops and there's like a hold on it. Oh my God. Do you know there must be something in the energy right now? Because I'm like totally like all over the place with this reading. I crack myself up when I watch my things. Okay, anyway, I was watching, I think the show's called Becoming Anna or Inventing Anna or something like that on Netflix. And I just finished watching it last night. And anyway, if you have seen the show, this girl was like trying to make this big project happen. And she was like everything seemed to be flowing, smoothly at first with her big project. Like, contacts were coming in, people were supporting her, whatever. Everything seemed to flow. But then it came to this halt. And there was like paperwork that had to be revised and things that needed to be investigated, etc., for her to actually be given the money to fund her project, right? And so even in March, maybe you don't necessarily feel a shift in your energy, but there might be tangible ways in which you're able to recognize everything's flowing. Boom, I hit a wall. What the crap is happening here, right? And that's what you have to look into, and that wall might trigger some fears for you. It might, bring up scarcity, anxiety, fear, doubt, lack, whatever it is. But you have to trust that the wall is showing up for your highest good, that everything's being taken care of. And so long as you do your part to handle that to the best of your ability, to get back into the flow, it's all good. The divine will work it out for you. So don't stress, don't sweat it. Be like, hold up a second, this is an opportunity, gonna use it to my advantage and keep moving, okay? All right, let me know if you're gonna do this in the comments. The next thing is Freya phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. I feel like a lot of these walls that are going to be showing up in some way, shape, or form, okay, metaphorical walls, they're part of ending your cycles. They're part of you. That's why you're going to feel it so strongly, because you are at a certain level in your personal development, in your path, your journey. You're at a certain vibration or consciousness where you're intended to go one way, but there's still like this little part of you that's still there and is still trying to like get all up in your life and reality and business. And when that old part of you like shows up as you're moving forward, you're going to feel that clash. You're going to feel that wall, that pattern, like, oh, hold up. That's that little part of you that you have to work through in order to move forward with your journey. Okay? So see the walls as opportunities to close out cycles, opportunities to continue to advance and leave the past in the past and go on and ride off into the sunset. Okay? So see all the good in the walls. See all the good. And not this one. This was why I said, oh my God, earlier. It's Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Leadership. This is what we're doing in Awoke. Okay, if you're part of my community, we're going to be doing this. Make sure you check in your emails. Make sure you're active in the group. We don't do a whole lot in the group necessarily, but still, I might post stuff. You never know. We just have our monthly meetings and we post events there. But yeah, this is about stepping up into your leadership role much more powerfully. And if you participate in the activities that we're doing on Awoke with stepping into your leadership and attending the classes that we're going to be doing there, then this is about you really stepping it up in March. Confirmation. Okay, if you're watching this, like, it's time to play a bigger game. It's time to break free from the old stuff, our old shadows, insecurities, fears, doubts, not enoughness, whatever the story, the pattern is. Leave that in the past. It's time to like be fierce and fearless and show up and serve and be, even if you're not a spiritual leader or some kind of leader, some kind of a community, but like be the powerful leader of your life. No longer buy into any kind of victim story. No longer continue to feel like things are out of your control. I can't do this, I can never seem to move forward. Walls keep showing up in my life. I can never advance and like, don't buy into those stories. Believe me, I know what that's like. I've been there. I have been there. When you feel like things are just getting in your way and you can't catch a break. You're like, universe, what's wrong with me today? I'm too hyper. It's like 11 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. It's about you beginning to take your power back from that, okay? And be the leader of your life and be like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm closing that chapter. I'm no longer gonna view things this way, feel this way, believe these things about myself or whatever. Like, I'm going to use this to my advantage, and I'm going to trust that Spirit is helping me, is guiding me, is supporting me, is moving me through this. And I just got to show up to the best of my ability every time these things show up. I got to show up a little bit braver, a little bit stronger, a little bit more confident, a little bit more in faith instead of fear. Like, just do a little bit better each and every single day. And I swear to God, it's going to pay off. You're going to shift out of that funk. But you have to be willing to get up off your ass and stop repeating the same BS and keep it moving. Swear to God, one small action every moment, one small shift every single day will pay off, but you have to be willing to do it. Nobody can make you do it. You have to be willing to do that for yourself. You have to say, I'm going to be the powerful leader of my life, the powerful creator of my life. I'm going to change things. It's time for you to change things. All right? So please let this be a message for you to finally snap out of it. Okay? Sometimes we have to hit walls, to really snap us out of things. To say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done hitting my head against the wall. Like, I'm going to move forward and succeed and triumph and all these different things, okay? All right, I'm hot, man. Woof. All this channeling got me hot. All right. So, hopefully that didn't hurt or make noise on my mic. But anyway, okay. And this is the last card. It was face down. And this card is Lady Nada. It says Heart Awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. All right. I feel like this is interesting. Kind of symbolic in a way how it was face down. Because I feel like for some of you here watching, or everyone on some level, potentially, this is about you not being aware, or maybe like shying away from or resisting a little bit the need to do deeper heart healing work or work around receiving. The reason that the walls come up, because on some level we don't feel worthy. Like, going back to the singer with the fears of like, what are people going to think? What if I make a mistake? What if I get laughed off stage? Da 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 da. Right? It's because on some level they just don't feel worthy to be who they are on stage. Because in their mind they are supposed to be perfect. That's why they're afraid of judgment. Do you know what I mean? And if they could love and accept themselves, they could move towards their desires much more easily. So I feel like on some level, we're all going to be asked to recognize that we are deserving of our desires. We are deserving of what we want to go after. We are worthy already as we are. And to allow ourselves to receive. And to understand that addressing the walls this month in March is not just so that we can continue to flow with the energy and continue to do and move forward and stuff, but to also balance that out with allowing ourselves to receive and leaning more into that truth, leaning more into our worthiness, seeing our worthiness much more clearly, and being willing to do this work that is sometimes neglected or not wanting to be addressed, that we run away from, we shy away from. Because this was face down. This is sometimes, it's crazy, but like as humans, we subconsciously low-key don't want to feel worthy. Like we have resistance to it because we're so deeply entrenched or ingrained with like that belief of unworthiness for whatever reason. So this is the hidden thing, is like, open your heart. Open your heart to feeling worthy and seeing your worthiness. And as you do that, you're going to allow yourself to receive, and things are going to work out for you much more easily. Keep leaning into your worthiness. There is an affirmation that I wrote down for my group. Remember, I do this for Facebook. I choose how I want to feel about myself and what I want to believe about who I am every day. You get to choose. You get to choose if you feel worthy every day or not. You get to choose if you're going to sit with fear and just like wallow in it and let it consume you, or if you're going to use that fear and alchemize it into faith by leaning into your truth. You always get to choose, right? And whenever fear or doubt arises, it's effortless for me to lean into and remember my worth. That's a practice, because it's not always easy for us. We have that fear in our hearts or doubt around being able to get our desires or have the lives that we want or shift our circumstances. We have that doubt and fear because we're not deeply connected to our worth. Because if we really knew how worthy we were, we wouldn't worry about it not coming in. We wouldn't stress out if there were any delays. We would be at peace and calm within ourselves. Because we know we're still going to get it because we're still worthy. No matter how many mistakes we've made, no matter where we're still not at in life, what we haven't yet achieved or whatever, or what we have achieved or whatever it is, we're still worthy. So make sure you continue to lean into your worth in March. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I really hope that has helped you. Man, all my hyperness went away at the end. She was bringing loving vibes. Connect with Lady Nada if you feel called to. But anyway, I hope that really helped you. I really enjoyed today's March 2022 energy reading. I had so much fun doing it, so much fun energy coming through. So many amazing messages. So let me know how this reading resonated with you today in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have not yet purchased my 2022 yearly reading, I really recommend that you do, because it is amazing. Like I said, I compared it today with my notes from what I channeled today. Like, this is my March, well, you can't really see it, but March 2022. And I compared it to what I channeled for today for March, and there's things that parallel, but then there's also so much information that, is in my paid offer that isn't in this video, right? And I would really love to have you receive the amazing insights and the specific guidance and action steps that I have given since January of this year for you to make this the best life imaginable. I was speaking to someone recently, and we're now near the end of February, and no shade to this person. I love this person, but this person hadn't had the time or taken the time yet to get clear on their intentions for this year. And we're already 2 months in. And if you don't have clear intentions, then it's like you're just a ship in the middle of the ocean with nowhere in particular that you're trying to go to, and intentions and how to go about that and getting specific, like clarity around what you're going to manifest in 2022, etc. Like, that's stuff that I covered for January in my paid reading. Like, I gave you I even created a specific little short PDF ebook thing, and gave you certain prompts to go about that, to really go about really getting crystal clear on what it is that you want to manifest in different areas of your life, and starting to set the intentions around that. And yeah, just other things that I gave in February that we had to work through. And it's powerful stuff. It really is powerful stuff. And the purpose of the yearly 2022 reading is really to help you reach your potential in life, really to help you navigate this year as things impact you and push you to step into your potential, and having that guidance there to support you through that every single month so that you're navigating it to the best of your ability. Because it's like, for this reading, if I hadn't mentioned to not spiral when you feel these walls, and then the month unfolded and you hit a wall, you might spiral if you hadn't received this message prior, reminding you not to do that, right? And so that's how helpful these paid readings are, or the paid reading is it helps you know what to anticipate, so you're not taken off, no, what is the word? You're not taken off guard? Is that the expression in English? I can't speak English anymore. But yeah, you know what I mean, right? You're not surprised in any kind of way. You're able to use that and just, use all these things to your advantage to continue to empower yourself, to build up your self-empowerment, self-belief, self-love, self-worth, whatever you need, all about the self, to help you be the highest, most empowered version of you, so that you can then, as a result, manifest the things that you want to manifest in 2022. So if that speaks to you, sign up at the link below. I would love to have you come and join us. It's an amazing offer. Please share out this video with anyone who you feel would benefit from today's reading. Really want to help people get this information and for it to support them on their journeys. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you in another video. And I think that's it. Take care. Bye.